Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Temperature-wise, it's safe to say it's hot. Well, humid as fluff. It's really humid. That's what I'll say. Really humid. So my guessing is we go down here and then we'll go off. Unless I've already missed that turning. I'm getting quite peed off because obviously I've been putting a lot of work into trying to go out and get good quality films, and then I've been turning up with literal shit for you guys to listen to, so I'm not happy with that. I'm going to go left here. We're going to see what happens. It seems to be telling me to go left, so who knows? Yeah, left seems to be a good choice. I think I have to go this way. Fighting me then, mate. Now I'm getting confused, this road seems to be going the wrong way. Oh, I don't know. That's why we're going slow, we really don't know where we're going. I'm trying to keep an eye on the road and the map. Looks like up here we do a right turn. Looks very nice. Salmon Sutira. That sounds like it's right. I think this whole road is the road I should be heading on. Later today I'm going to go and play poker with my buddies. We try to play once a week. It doesn't always work out like that, obviously, but we're going to try to. It's a good fun. We have a good afternoon, 3 hours of just like poker and banter. Banter's important. Without banter there's no point playing poker, frankly. It's all about winding each other up and that whole thing. So that to me makes the game. You're just going to sit there quietly. Just worried about winning. God, holy shit, it's hot. And it's bright. I've got my tinted visor on. More new buildings. You can leave the visor a little open, see how that affects the sound, because basically I'm frankly melting. Looks like some very nice places down here. Very nice places. This looks quite like quite a nice area. See those roads there? I don't know if I'm allowed down them. I think I might be. Oh, that's nice. Hello. Oh, looks like fun. Where are we going here? Hello. I think this is what I wanted to do. Back to no, this is much more like it. This is what we wanted. So this is proper. We're turning up. We'll push up the visor. So we're right outside the water. This is what we want it to be. And we're going to go underneath that bridge. That's what we wanted to do. So that's all good. So they have, I don't know if that's generators for the whole people there, bananas. This is real old Johor. I think this was like fishing communities. My first time down this road, and hey, oh look, that's cool. I can take my bike across that. Not this one, the little red one maybe. See, these are the kind of roads I wanted to find. I wanted to find the real Malaysia, the real Johor. The modern one is all well and good, but I wanted to see the real. Like, that guy likes old Mercedes. We had one of those here. It was a great little car. Till it started getting very expensive to maintain. Hey, this is nice. I think I'm changing down the gear though, and I would. I love seeing the trees and the stuff and imagining the animals in the jungle. Lots of nice land here. So just there we have the water on our left, and you can see why the boats are here. These are quite nice boats. always amazes me when you see boats like this. So, I mean, it costs a fortune to buy. We get to see this wherever you go, anywhere near water in any country. There's always boats dragged up and just left to rot, rather than somebody trying to do them up again and maintain them and stuff. I'm sure it must cost way more to buy them, buy another one, it would be to maintain them, and or sell them to somebody who might be able to do it, but it just doesn't seem to be a thing in the world. Right, so over there is that island with lots of expensive houses on it, which are all individual design and build. And they've got, as you can see, or you could see maybe there, boats pulled up to their own private dock. Not a bad world, is it? Woo! So let's have a look. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, those properties over there, basically on their own little island. And the problem with it is that somebody built a couple of like decent sized houses, and then somebody else then comes in and builds a much bigger one, which makes their big houses not look so big anymore, like kind of look faintly ridiculous on the island. And somebody else comes in and builds something that's completely out of whack with all the other designs and looks completely weird. Okay, so she's telling me we're nearly there. Well, I think we can see that. This is where we're going and this is where we are. So as you get further down here, obviously, it just like comes to nothing. I don't want to go through there, I get wet. I don't want to get wet. And if I get bogged down in sand, that would be just stupid. I nearly fell over there, and that's not good. I don't know about you guys, because we all live in different worlds. But I'm from the UK, and I would have loved to have grown up somewhere like this. Although, actually, no, to be fair, I grew up in a very nice village with lots of access to countryside and stuff, and rivers and things. Fucking rubbish there though, sad. I'm going to come down here again on Little Red, I think, and discover all the little side roads. That's all I wanted to do, just have a look at this, but I'm definitely going to come down here on the side roads and check it all out. And even down here, you see that somebody has that much more money and has that bigger a house. Yeah, this is cool. Imagine growing up here, you'd have been out on that river all the time, you'd have thought. Well, there's a beautiful lizard. I see so few lizards. Can you see that lizard down there? Oh, mate, he's gone. He doesn't like that. I see so few lizards. Oh, there's a boat down there. See, I don't want to go marching through the grass because there's snakes as well as lizards. But there's boats. It's cool. Oh, you know, jet ski or whatever they're called. It's not a jet ski, is it? That's a thingy, a dibby dob, the size of those leaves. So that's where we were. That's where we've been, and I like it. It's cool. I'm going to take Little Red down there. I have the visor up at the moment. We'll see how the sounds on that. You know, it doesn't really matter. I'm trying it out. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Mercedes, and he likes them. And who can blame him? Mine was lovely. So So yes, that's that. I like it. Right. Hey, it looks like you can definitely drive across there, so I think we'll do that one day. We're going to do that next time. We're going to take a little red across there, and here. See, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. Johor's a big city. It's not a massive metropolis. It's quite spread out. It's basically like lots of towns all joined together. You know, there's lots of gaps in between, and it's not just like non-stop built up. Although it's moving towards being that way. That's kind of the way the planning's going. And I wanted to find those little bits, the old bits of Johor that have survived so far, haven't been taken over by all the modernisation. So this was cool. And as I said, I intend to find more like this. Kampung Bakar Batu. Kampung Bakar Batu. Kampung being like a village. Okay, let's give it some speed. Yeah, I'm going to come down this way with a red bike and do some exploring. Absolutely, for sure. Now what we're going to do is try and find our way back to where we began. But there's some nice houses down here that wants to rent. For sale, rent for sale. So that was what I liked, the fact that you go from like the modern stuff here to the older stuff there, and then you get to see a decent sized lizard. I used to see lizards on a fairly regular basis, but they've been pretty much being killed off because the roads, obviously, they get run over all the time. And watch way. Has to go down Johor Road this way, so we're going this way. I don't want to go. Oh, Bukit is good. I think this way we came. That's very good. Yeah, there's a Chinese temple. So I don't know why the sign says that way to Johor Bahru. I mean, it probably does, but it has to be longer than this way, which is much more direct. Alright, what's going on here? Everyone's coming round into the same bit of road. We must have traffic lights. Red light spells danger. What do you think of the vlogging that we do? Do you like me getting lost in Johor and just riding up and down lanes? Or would you like more food ones? Well, in a couple of weeks' time I'll be going, a couple of weeks, maybe even now, when by the time you get to see this, I'm going to be going to Bali, which sounds fabulous, doesn't it? Bali, I'm going to Bali. When we lived in the UK, Bali was like this mythical island that we can, you know, it was kind of like one of those must-do locations you had to go to, Bali. And you always imagine Bali would cost an absolute fortune. It probably does from the UK, but when you get to Bali from here is cheap. For us to fly to Bali and spend a week in Bali is very, very cheap. The cheapest places we can travel from here, Malaysia, probably are northern Thailand, Chiang Mai, where I love to go. And I'm talking about including hotels and stuff, prices and that sort of stuff. Chiang Mai, Siem Reap in Cambodia, which is where, of course, Tomb Raider was famously filmed, amongst the fabulous ruins. That's where it's really cheap to get to, and when you're there. And Bali. Bali, the mythical Bali, which is actually, that was a very smart move, mate. I've seen lots of people like that end up dead or flat on the floor, so yeah, you go ahead. Bali is kind of living on past glories at the moment. Bali, like many places, is just buried in a sea of plastic and rubbish. the beaches. My wife went last year with my daughter and granddaughter, and they said they didn't go on the beach because the beach was just literally full of washed up rubbish. And the problem is, of course, they all just stand and moan about it. None of them's actually, no, I'm talking about the governments here, Bali government. They all just stand there, oh, look at all this terrible rubbish, but they don't do anything to stop it. You know, they're as bad as everybody else. They've got to go out there and clean up their own freaking beaches. They've got to do something to stop the water being... Apparently the water's just like a snow of plastic. And obviously, driving through a stew of plastic and water isn't a very good thing for fish or for holiday makers that want to see fish or want to see beauty. So this whole plastic thing has to be stopped. It's time to put things back in glass bottles, to ban things like plastic straws, plastic earbuds, plastic plates, plastic cutlery. They're not needed in a modern world. You know? Even a wooden one would be better. Give us a wooden freaking cutlery. This is just ridiculous. This shit, and that's on plastic carrier bags. No fucking way. We don't need plastic carrier bags in the modern world. We can do a million different kinds of bags. And if governments weren't such assholes about hemp, we'd have hemp bags everywhere. But ooh, you might smoke a bag which is not going to fucking do anything to you because it doesn't have the necessary ingredients to get you high. But they tried their best to fucking ban hemp because the paper merchants, the paper barons want to protect their business. Assholes. So we're heading back for home. I hope you enjoyed that little beauty. Maybe not yet, but at some stage. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. It's quite sad. I've this very nice helmet, but the amount of wind noise. See, the funny thing is, of course, I've got my GoPro stuck on the side of my helmet sticking out. I don't know how much wind noise that generates. That's probably not a good place. When I'm riding a motorbike, for fuck's sake, there's always going to be wind noise. And I know that you can get noise cancelling Bluetooth and stuff. But I'm trying to keep it simple. Keep shit simple.